Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to give you an update about USCIS delaying the printing of green cards and employment authorization documents. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Michael Ashuri, and I'm a US immigration lawyer based in Los Angeles. At my law firm, we focus exclusively on immigration law. We work with clients from all 50 states and worldwide, and we regularly post videos to keep you up to date with what's happening in immigration. So if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now. So let's get started. The Washington Post has recently published an article stating that USCIS has been delaying the actual printing of green cards and employment authorization documents. So the question is, why is this happening? So let me take a step back and really quickly talk about this budget crisis that USCIS is going through. Basically, since coronavirus, since the COVID-19 pandemic, USCIS has seen a major reduction in the number of applications that are being filed. Now, the way USCIS gets its funding is from when people file applications and they pay filing fees. USCIS uses those filing fees to fund the whole operation. So now that those filing fees have significantly decreased, USCIS finds itself in a budget crisis. Now, how does that relate to the printing of green cards and employment authorization documents? I'll explain that right now. So it's important to know that USCIS is still open. They're still processing applications. They're still accepting new applications. And basically the way they work is that first, like if somebody applies for a green card or an employment authorization card, USCIS will process that application and determine whether to approve it or deny it. If they approve it, they will issue an approval notice to the applicant. And then within a few days, the applicant should actually receive the physical green card or employment authorization document. Now, historically, USCIS has outsourced the printing of these documents. For example, green cards and employment authorization documents. The printing of these documents was outsourced to a third-party company. Now, back in June, about a month ago, USCIS's contract with this company expired. And rather than renewing that contract, USCIS decided to handle the printing of these documents internally. Now, the issue is, so basically USCIS has two facilities that they were planning on printing these documents at. There's a facility in Kentucky and a facility in Missouri. However, due to this budget crisis, USCIS has not hired to the extent needed to start handling the printing internally. So the Kentucky office that was supposed to handle part of the printing is currently non-operational. And the Missouri office is operating at a reduced capacity. So what we're seeing is a major delay in the printing of these documents. Specifically, right now, there's 50,000 green cards that have been approved but have not been printed and issued to lawful permanent residents. There's also 75,000 employment authorization documents that have similarly not been printed and sent to the people that have been approved. So why is this so important? The reason why this is so important is that these documents are essential. For a lawful permanent resident, it's the law that they must have a valid green card. If failure to have a valid green card is actually a misdemeanor and can be punishable by a fine or even jail time. A green card is also necessary for many other essential activities. For example, demonstrating work authorization to apply for a job, or to apply for a driver's license, or to just demonstrate proof of status in the United States. So not being able to get a green card timely is a major issue. The same goes for employment authorization documents. For many people that get approved for an employment authorization document, that document is their proof that they're authorized to work in the United States. So it's extremely important that these people that get approved for these documents get these documents timely. Now, what do I think is going to happen? I think that this delay in printing these essential documents creates an even greater sense of urgency for Congress to approve and act on this emergency funding. So basically, again, what I think is going to happen is that this is going to create an even greater sense of urgency for this funding to come to USCIS. And I hope that it can happen sooner rather than later. It sounds, if there are laws in place that mandate that a lawful permanent resident must have their valid green card, they should at least be in a position that if they're following all the proper protocols to be able to receive that green card. So again, I hope that this is going to create even more of a sense of urgency for this funding to come. We're going to closely monitor this situation for any updates and developments. And again, we're very active on YouTube to make sure that we're posting videos on all these updates that are going on. So, I hope you guys found this video very helpful. If you know anybody that can benefit from this information, please go ahead and share this video with them. Ultimately, we want to empower you with knowledge. So if you know anybody that can benefit from this, please feel free to share this video with them. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button now. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to drop them in the comments below. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. When you like the video, it really helps us out. As always, thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you on the next one.